Corey LaJoie throws shade at the Truck Series as he joins Amazon for 2025. Plus, Legacy Motor Club has expansion plans and an update on Larry McReynolds on your TVs in 2025. Welcome back to the Breaking Bob channel. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are awake after this 24 hours of Daytona weekend has come and gone. I'm finally rested and recovered, I guess you could say. No birds here from any Corvettes. We are safe from that. But it was must-see TV, I think. Before we get into anything, I do want to ask you a question. No, it's not if you're subscribed, because you should be. We always talk NASCAR on a daily basis. It's the NASCAR Clash this weekend at Bowman Gray Stadium. The preseason exhibition race to start off the NASCAR season is this weekend, and I haven't seen any advertising for it. I really haven't seen any advertising or marketing for it. NASCAR's done a couple of social media posts, but I thought this weekend with the NFL playoff coverage, you'd see at least one advertisement for this weekend Sunday night race, but no, nothing about the Clash at Bowman Gray. Am I just missing something, or is there no coverage of it? Let me know your thoughts down below about that. But let's jump right into the news. It was confirmed today that there will be no changes for the NASCAR playoff format for 2025. I'm sorry, fans, you asked for it, you didn't get it, but luckily this is an odd year, so you don't have to worry about Joey Logano's devil magic for 2025. Regardless, though, no playoff format changes. Thought that was notable. They said that, well, there could be, we'll see. Nope, nothing for 2025. This is status quo as 2024 expires, with fans not happy about the recent championship format. But moving on, Corey LaJoie, everyone's fan favorite driver, announced his plans finally for 2025. Corey LaJoie will be in limited opportunities in the Cup Series for Rick Ware Racing. They'll put out an open entry, not in the 15 car, but in the 01, an ode to Corey LaJoie's Stacking Pennies brand. It'll be Stacking Pennies Performance brand now, as Corey LaJoie looks to expand after a tough 2024 seasons, to say the least, after being with Spire Motorsports, then a driver swap with Rick Ware Racing for Justin Haley. Corey LaJoie finished out the season in that 51. A lot of notable on-track incidents. I think the fans at times were kind of unfair with him. Corey LaJoie will be in that 01 Duramax Take 5 branded Mustang in the Daytona 500 as he attempts to race into the Great American Race. Now, he will also be a part of Amazon's coverage of NASCAR starting this summer. They get 5 races on Amazon Prime Video. Corey LaJoie will be a part of that broadcast team in this summer. I said this weeks ago on the channel. I was hinting at it. Couldn't say it outright. It's no fun to just say it, but I did think this was a slam dunk for Corey LaJoie with the media side Stacking Pennies. Corey LaJoie told Bob Pockrass of Fox Sports why he chose to do a limited opportunity series with Rick Ware Racing in the Cup Series in that 01 instead of a full-time opportunity in, say, the Truck Series. Now, it's a little longer of a clip, but I think this is notable. Listen to how he says this.
Yeah, because those guys that say they want to try to win, they win 1 or 2 truck races a year, and then they're lifelong truck guys, and they never get to race on Sunday. It's all about Sunday. I don't want to go run F3. I want to be a Formula One driver. You know, like that's just, I don't know why this media perception. Sure, do you want to go pump the ego up and hold a trophy on a Friday when there's 12 people in the grandstands? No. I want to compete against the best, because I feel like with every group that I've been, groups that I've built from the ground up, any given Sunday we can go contend for a win, whether it's a speedway, we can run top 10 any given week. So I can't also justify to my partners that have been investing in me to go down to the lower divisions, because they don't get return for their money. They want to bring their people to the big show, not to a Friday or Saturday show.
And Corey LaJoie may not be wrong in how he said that every driver's goal is to race on Sundays in the main event. He's not wrong about that. But this is incredibly tone deaf for a guy who has not had a great social image the last year. He's always been this underdog story, but for Corey LaJoie, there's 2 reasons why I don't like this. Number 1, to call out the Truck Series guys racing in front of 12 fans. Well, you look at the Cup Series lineup right now, a couple of guys come to mind. John Hunter Nemechek and Ryan Preece are the drivers that come to mind. And just the Truck Series alone, those guys went back. Ryan Preece, especially in limited opportunities in the Truck Series, waited out, did win in those limited opportunities in the Truck Series, and got a full-time ride at Stewart-Haas Racing, which has now snowballed into a full-time ride at RFK Racing. For Corey LaJoie to say I'd rather run 30th, 25th, and an open entry for Rick Ware Racing just because I'm racing on Sunday, I'd argue that that is not the best career choice. Now, again, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a small podcast podcast, Corey LaJoie's podcast and racing career is much better than mine. But still, I don't understand this thought process to slander the truck series, guys. And secondly, to come out and say, oh, well, I could come out every week in a competitive ride and run top 10, competitive for a win. This guy hasn't had a single win in any of the top 3 NASCAR divisions. And up until this year, didn't record a top 10 in any non-super speedways. He got outrun by a rookie in Zane Smith and Carson Hocevar at Spire Motorsports. So for Corey LaJoie to come out and say stuff like this in the media, it doesn't help his media image when he really doesn't have a lot of credibility coming out of 2024. A tough year for LaJoie, who before that was, like I said, a fan favorite underdog. But it just comes across tone deaf to call it the truck series like that. Racing in front of 12 fans if you win. Corey LaJoie hasn't won to even slander these guys. Someone like Corey Heim is out there in a very stacked Toyota pipeline, stuck in the truck series. He's out there racing, dominating on Fridays. I don't think Corey LaJoie would be out there beating Corey Heim, but I don't know. Just comes across tone deaf, like I said. But let me know your thoughts down below. Corey LaJoie will be joining Rick Ware Racing in that 0-1 again for 2025 limited opportunities, and he'll be on your TV screens for Amazon Prime's TV coverage for those 5 summer races. I'm sorry, I got a lamped up there. Corey LaJoie, if you're watching this, I apologize. I was a little too harsh probably, but anyway, let's get back into it because Legacy Motor Club did announce more leadership changes. It seems like it's a game of telephone trying to find out the structure in that organization, but they did announce today Knighthead Capital Management acquired a minority stake in the organization. But Moore Gallagher, who was notably the founder of GMS Racing, the truck series team that rebranded into a Cup Series team before merging with Petty, before merging with Legacy Motor Club, before rebranding all these good things, is taking a step back in the organization as far as the day-to-day. With that said, Jimmy Johnson will now be the majority owner of Legacy Motor Club. Now, whether it's a figurehead as the face or if he's actually the majority owner, regardless, he is the face in the public for the ownership group, Legacy Motor Club. And with that, there is definitely some challenges. Not only is he trying to rebuild this NASCAR team as they rebranded with Toyota, they had no help from Joe Gibbs Racing. They are starting from the ground up. That's hard enough. But Jimmy Johnson's now talking about potentially expanding this weekend at the 24 Hours Daytona. Trackhouse Racing most notably was out there with their entry with Shane Van Gisbergen and Connor Zilic, among others. And with that, Jimmy Johnson had to comment on it.
That's certainly a model that I'm inspired by. As time goes on and opportunities present themselves to Legacy Motor Club, we'll have an open eye and certainly hope to expand. I really think there is an opportunity in North America to have a bigger presence. If some good breaks go our way and some good fortune, we'll have some other great things to talk about.
So if I'm hearing that correctly, ownership at IMSA could be a part of Legacy Motor Club moving forward.
Absolutely one of my initiatives, and more so than that. I think there are a lot of great opportunities, especially with a great partner like Toyota in all the divisions that they race in. So they know that we want to be everywhere. We're trying.
So Legacy Motor Club could be IMSA bound one day. Again, like I said, with Toyota, they have a big partnership. They are building this team from the ground up. No notes from JGR. They are doing it all on their own. So as bad as last year was, they're going to get better, I think. Partially because it can't get any worse, but I do think that they will trend in the right direction with John Hunter Nemechek, Eric Jones. It does make sense, though, like I said, with their Toyota partnership, Toyota looking to expand. They've already got the F1 partnership with Haas. I could imagine them trying to partner with Legacy Motor Club and field something on the IMSA side as IMSA grows in popularity, especially in the United States. I'm sure a lot of you were at least tuned in somewhat to that 24 Hours of Daytona broadcast, and that's exactly the goal when you see teams like Trackhouse expand into MotoGP, into IMSA, even in a one-off try. This is what Legacy Motor Club is trying to branch out on the Toyota side and be that creative new young blood team. While you've got 2311 on the NASCAR side of things, they're not really expanding outside of that on the NASCAR frontier, while you got Legacy Motor Club potentially dipping their toes into other motorsport avenues. I love to see it all motorsports. It's a rising tide. It lifts all ships, if you ask me. I just hope Legacy Motor Club doesn't spread themselves out too thin. It's already been a tough start. They don't need to stunt any progress by growing too quickly here. But regardless, Legacy Motor Club potentially jumping in to the endurance racing IMSA style field. And finally, let's end the video on some good news, folks. If you were like me, you were a little worried when you heard that Larry McReynolds had not renewed his contract with Fox Sports going into this new year in 2025. Larry McReynolds, America's crew chief, has been a part of Fox's NASCAR coverage since 2001. He's back with Mike Joy as the OG guys. And so Larry McReynolds has a place at Fox Sports and in racing fans' hearts forever. And it was confirmed this weekend on SiriusXM. Larry Mack will be back on TV this year for Fox's NASCAR coverage in 2025. Now, he won't be in the booth like the good old days with Mike Joy and D-Dep, but he'll still be in a limited role with the network. You've seen his role definitely take a step back the last few years, but with Jamie McMurray heading to CW and as part of their Xfinity coverage, there is a studio analyst role definitely up for grabs. I think Larry McReynolds is already a part of that. He'll stay on as a part of the studio coverage. And again, he's a part of my childhood. He's probably a part of your NASCAR fandom for sure. He's a part of racing fans' hearts. America's crew chief, Larry McReynolds, is back. Let me know your thoughts down below. Larry Mack back. Legacy Motor Club potentially expanding. Corey LaJoie is on Amazon Prime Video, not driving for Amazon, and he'll be at Rick Ware Racing in 2025. There'll be no playoff change formats for 2025 as well. Like this video, subscribe to Breaking Bob if you haven't already. I don't know why you haven't. I've been doing this now for almost a year now, going up to April. This new rebrand with Breaking Bob's exciting. It's going to be a great new year. The Clash this weekend. I won't have any Saturday coverage. I'll be at a wedding, but Sunday night I will be back and ready for NASCAR as it is back in the 2025 season. Stay tuned for more, folks. Thanks for watching.